Hello dear students, let us discuss some more assertion and reason type questions which are appeared in the previous year board examination. So the assertion is the deflection of the compass needle placed near a current carrying wire decreases when the magnitude of the electric current in the wire increased. Reason, the strength of the magnetic field at a point due to a current carrying conductor increases on increasing the current carrying conductor. We already know the options. The first option is assertion is true, reason is true, reason is correct explanation of the assertion. Option B, assertion is true, reason is true, but reason is not correct explanation of the assertion. Option C, assertion is true, reason is false, and option D is assertion is false, reason is true. These are the given options. See, this is based upon the chapter magnetic effect of electric current. So what is magnetic effect of electric current is, suppose if this is a current carrying conductor, if it is carrying a current I, then what will happen around this conductor we are able to see or we are able to feel the magnetic field. So it will be represented through the letter B. So when a current carrying conductor is there, around this magnetic field will be produced. So this magnetic field produced can be experienced or represented through the magnetic field lines. So it will be represented through the magnetic field lines. So when the I value increases, automatically the strength of the magnetic field also will increase. That means B is directly proportional to I. If the I value is decreased, automatically then the B value decreases. As the current passing through the conductor increases, the strength of the magnetic field increases. If the strength of the magnetic field increases, what will happen? Suppose if you keep a magnetic needle, basically magnetic needle is made up of a magnetic material. So if this is a magnetic needle placed in the magnetic field, then what will happen? It is going to show the deflection. It is going to show the deflection. If you decrease the I value, then the deflection also will decrease. If you increase the I value, then the deflection also will increase. If I value increased, deflection increased. If I value decreased, then the deflection is decreased. Now come to the assertion. The deflection of the compass needle placed near a current carrying wire decreases. So what is happening to the deflection? So what is happening to the deflection? Deflection decreases when the magnitude of the current in the wire is increased. That's so. So deflection will decrease when I is decreased. Deflection increased when I is increased. See here what is given? Deflection decreases when electric current increases. Is that correct? No. Assertion is wrong. Assertion is wrong. So this is the answer. So we have assertion true. This option can be eliminated. Again option B, assertion true. Again this option can be automatically eliminated. Option C, again eliminated. Option D, assertion is false. So out of 4 options, we have only one option that is going to tell you assertion is false. The answer is D. What's the answer for this assertion and reason? D, assertion is false. If assertion is false, then that means reason should be correct. Let us cross check. The strength of the magnetic field, that is B, at a point, at any point, due to the current carrying conductor increases. The current strength of the magnetic field increases when the I value is increased. So it is going to increase when B value is increased. Is it true? Yes, as we discussed, it is true. See, this option is the only option. Automatically when assertion is false, reason automatically is true. As I value increases, B value increases. As D value increases, what will happen to the deflection? Deflection will also increase. As I value decreases, B value decreases, automatically the deflection will decrease. Assertion is false. Option D is your answer. And the next assertion and reason is assertion. Metals in the middle of activity series are found in the nature as sulfides or carbonates. Reason, the sulfide ore are calcinated whereas carbonate ore are roasted to extract metals from them. So as usual, we have the four options with us. So this concept is based upon the extraction of metals. So we know that reactivity series, metal reactivity series. So what is the metal reactivity series is where metals are arranged in the decreasing of their reactivity. So metals, these are the metals arranged. It's a series, it's arranged. How it is arranged? It is arranged in the decreasing order of their reactivity or combining capacity. Suppose if you take potassium, it is highly reactive. If you take platinum, it is least reactive. Most reactive, least reactive. That means it is going in the decreasing order. This arrangement of the metals, we call it as activity series. So what is activity series? Metals are arranged, all these are metals are arranged in the decreasing order of the reactivity. It can be asked in assertion and reason. Another assertion and reason like reactivity series is the one where metals are arranged in the decreasing order of their reactivity. Correct? Yes, it is correct. So you have to keep how they are arranged. They are arranged in the decreasing order. So metals in the middle of the reactivity series are found in the nature as a sulfide. See, these are the metals are come in the top of the reactive series. These are the top of the reactive series. From aluminium to copper, these are the middle of the reactive series. Whereas from the mercury till platinum, this is the bottom of the reactive series. So what they ask? Metals in the middle of the reactive series, that is aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen and copper. They are found in the nature as a sulfides and carbonate. Yes, these are there, no, in the middle of the reactive series. They can found in the nature either as carbonates or they can even present as a sulfides. Assertion is true? Yes, what we said, the metals which are present in the middle of the reactive series, they can present either as sulfides or they can present as a carbonates. Correct? Yes, it is correct. Come to the reason. So assertion is true. So assertion is true. So we can eliminate our option D. So we have only A, B, C. One option already eliminated. Come to the reason. Sulfides are calcinated whereas carbonates are roasted to extract the metals. See, let us take the example of zinc which is present in the middle of the reactive series. As we said, these can present either as carbonate, that is zinc carbonate, or even it can present as a sulfide, that is zinc sulfide. So what is the aim of the extraction of metal is from the impure metal, it can be carbonate form or it can be sulfide form, should finally obtain into the pure form through different series of processes. So when the carbonates are there, carbonates will be converted into the oxides. Again, oxides will be converted into pure zinc. So we have carbonate here. What happened? Carbonate is heated with the limited presence of oxygen. So what the symbol triangle represent? Heating. When carbonates are heated, then what will happen? This carbonate form is there. It will be given only one oxygen here. Remaining CO2 will be liberated separate, which is a gas. This process we call it as calcination. So from the carbonate to the oxide in the presence of limited oxygen, it is called as calcination. So what is calcination? From the carbonate to the oxides in the presence of limited oxygen, it is called as calcination. Whereas if it is present in the sulfide form, it will be converted into the oxide. It will be converted into the oxide. See, when sulfide is there, it will convert it into oxide. That means oxygen should be there in the reactant side. Without oxygen, then how oxide will come? So oxygen is there. So zinc sulfide plus oxygen. Then oxygen will combine with the zinc. So we will get zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide. So let us see the balancing of this. Zinc is there, one molecule. Here one molecule of zinc is there. Sulfur 1 is there. Sulfur 1 is there. Oxygen 2 are there. Here oxygen 1 plus 2, that is 3 is there. That means this equation is unbalanced, not balanced. So how to balance? So zinc already balanced, sulfur already balanced, oxygen 2. So this is odd number. Shall we make it as an even number by placing 2 here? Yes. So how many oxygen are there? 2 plus 2, 4 oxygen atoms are there. Now just cross check once again. Zinc is still balancing. In the product side zinc is 2. In the reactant side zinc is 1. So what we have to make? We have to put 2 here. So when I put the coefficient 2 here, it holds good for all the atoms present in this compound, that even for the sulfur also. So zinc is 2. Zinc is 2. How many sulfur are there? 2 sulfur. But how many sulfur is there in the product side? Only 1. So what we have to do? We have to put 2. Why we need to balance the sulfur? Zinc 2, zinc 2, sulfur 2, sulfur 2. Now check oxygen. How many are there oxygen? 2 2s are 4. We have to multiply. 2 2s are 4. Here also oxygen is there, na? Because this coefficient, as I said, this coefficient holds good for all the atoms are present in this compound. Holds good for this. Here 2 oxygen, here 2 2s are 4. Total how many are there? 6 are there. Whereas in the reactant side, how many are there? Just 2. What we have to make? We have to make it as 6. So how to make 6? If I put 2 here, 2 2s are 4. If I put 3 here, 3 2s are 6. It is balanced? Yes, it is balanced. So zinc oxide is converted into zinc sulfide, it is converted into its oxide. This process we call it as roasting. So what is that? If it is a carbonate, carbonate will be converted into oxides. What this process is called it as? This process we call it as calcination. If it is sulfide, here also what we are going to convert? We are going to convert into oxide. What this process is called it as? Roasting. Roasting. So you can remember C for carbonate, C for calcination. So remaining will be left like sulfur, roasting. Sulfide is roasting. See what asked in the reason. The sulfides ore are calcinated. No, what I said here? Sulfide ores are roasted. Sulfide ores are roasted. So what they said, it is na? It is wrong. Carbonate ores are roasted. What I said? C for carbonate, and what it should be? It should be calcination. So again, it is wrong. So that means what? Assertion is true, reason is false. Assertion is true, reason is false. So what is your final answer? Your answer is option C. Then what is correct reason? The sulfide ores are roasted, whereas carbonate ores are calcinated to extract the metals from them. If it is given, then assertion will be true, reason will be true. So what is the answer for this? Assertion, reason? C. Assertion is true. Why assertion is true? Metals present in the middle of the reactive series, they will present even as a carbonate and even as a sulfide. What is the reason? Reason, sulfides are calcinated, wrong. Carbonates are roasted, wrong. So reason is false. So assertion is true, reason is false. Which option? Option C is your answer. The next assertion and reason is assertion. Blood clotting prevents excessive loss of blood. Reason. Blood clotting is due to plasma and white blood cells present in the blood. So this question is based upon the blood concept. So what is blood? Blood is basically, it is a connective tissue. It's a tissue and it is going to be connective tissue. Why it is called connective tissue? It's going to connect between each and every part that is present in the human body. So it's going to connect to heart and lungs, it's going to connect to the heart and kidney, it's going to connect to each and every part. That's why the blood is called it as connective tissue. So what are the components of blood? It's very important. So what are the components? That means what is present in the blood. So in the blood we have plasma. Next we have red blood cells, RBC, or red blood corpuscles also we can call it as. Next we have WBC, white blood corpuscles or white blood cells, and next we have, very importantly, platelets. What is blood? Blood is a connective tissue. What are the components of blood? Plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. Let us see the function of each component of the blood. So plasma, which is present in the blood, that helps to carry the nutrients and waste material that is there in the blood. So what is the use of or function of this plasma? It carries, what it carries? It carries the nutrients. What are the nutrients we want now? So that will be carried through the plasma which is present in the blood. Not only nutrient, even the waste materials that will be carried through the plasma. So what is red blood cells? So red blood cells are the one which is going to carry the oxygen. We say oxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood, in the blood, who is doing the job? The job will be done by the RBC. So it is containing, so RBC is containing hemoglobin. Who is carrying the oxygen? Red blood cells, where it is present in the blood. So WBC, what is the function of WBC? You may have seen when we go for the blood test, they say WBC count is less. That means we are having the less immunity power. So WBC1, that will be fighting against the foreign bodies, that we call it as a standard word, that is going to work in the immunity system or immunity. Who is doing that immunity or immune system? Who is the one? WBC. Platelets. So what is platelets? These are the component of the blood that is going to help in clotting the blood. Blood clotting. Who is doing this? Not WBC, not RBC, not plasma. Then who? The platelets that is present in the blood, they will be clotting. With this knowledge, we can answer this assertion and reason. So what is assertion? Blood clotting. Blood clotting prevents the excessive loss of blood. See, whenever we have a blood, suppose if this is the part of the human body, if any cut happen, platelet, what is the function of platelets? So it will come and occupy here, it's going to clot. So once the clot is there, what will happen? The blood coming out will be stopped. So blood clotting prevents. What do you mean by prevent? Stop, avoid. So it stops the excessive loss of the blood. So if excessive loss, yes, it's going to do the excessive loss. Assertion is true. So reason C, blood clotting. Blood clotting is due to plasma and white blood present. No. What is plasma function? As I said, it is going to carry the nutrients. What is white blood cells function? It is going to work in the immune system. But what they said? They said it is going to help in, what it is going to? It is going to prevent the blood, or it is going to present. Blood clotting is because of plasma and white? No. Who is responsible for blood clotting? Platelets. So assertion is true, reason is false. What's the answer? Assertion is true, reason is false. Option C is your answer. Then what should be the correct reason? Blood clotting is due to platelets present in the blood. So if it is there, then assertion will be true, reason will be true, and reason will be explaining the assertion. As for this, see, assertion is true, reason is false. So the components of blood and its function is very important in board exam point of view.